Hi folks, how are you? We're going to do Heartland today. It is this one. It's a grid pattern. And the first thing we're going to do, of course, is draw the grid. And then within the grid, each square is going to look like this. So the first thing we're going to do is to do this little, like half a heart, all the way around. And then on the other side, we're going to do the other half of the heart, shorter. So they don't line up. So there's a big heart, half a heart, and a little half a heart. And then inside that, we're going to make an aura and fill it in. And then around that, around the big part of the heart, we're going to make some aura lines going around like that. Just following that, just the big side. Okay? And we end up with this. And when you make them all together, they look like that. Cool, huh? Pretty easy. I think I'm going to do it on a wonky grid because I've realized recently somebody said, oh, you did a wonky grid for something or another. And I realized I hadn't done a wonky grid in a long time, so I'm going to do that. And our colors today, because there's on these 2 weeks of leading up to Valentine's Day, which of course is coming up for me, but you guys, it will have already passed because that's how I do it. There are color prompts, and today's color prompt is yellow and green, so I'm going to draw with my green pen on a yellow piece of paper. I thought I had 2 colors of green pen, but I only found one, so I thought I had a light one and a dark one. I really want to use my dark one. I could have swore I had a dark green pen. Let me take the, can I take the drawer all the way out so I can see all of my pen ends? I thought I had, oh, you know what? I just thought of it. It's over here. It's over here on the other side of the room. I have some I'm dropping things and you guys can't see me. I have some of these. I haven't used these in a really long time. Sharpie pens, just regular Sharpie pens. I've got a really light green and a darker green, and then I've got this one, a Micron PN. So, you know what, before I draw my pattern, I'm going to try these 3 pens on this side and then just flip this over and draw on the other side. So let's practice with the Micron PN. It's an 05 size. And we'll just play with what colors, with some of those shapes that might be coming in this pattern. So that's that one, sort of a limey green. And then this one is the Sharpie pen. See, they don't have color numbers, so what I did was I scribbled on a little piece of paper at the end, and I made like a swatch and then taped it on the outside. So this is, oh, very similar. The size is very similar, and the color is similar, but still a little different. It's a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good to know. And then there's this one. Oh, that's much darker. Okay. I think I'm going to draw my little heart shapies with this pen. Maybe draw the grid with this one. And draw the aura lines with this one. Yeah, I think that'll be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to use the lightest pen for the grid lines. I'm going to use the dark pen for the original heart shape, and then I'm going to use the medium color for my aura lines. Okay, I've made a plan. Lightest one first. I'm going to just do a quick border, just so I don't go too close to the edge. Just, if you've watched me a lot, you'll know that I just don't like to draw right up to the edge of my paper. But that doesn't mean you can't. It just means I don't like to. And then let's use this pen. Zoom out just a, oops, wrong way. Out just a little bit so you can watch me draw my wonky grid. And I think I'm going to draw my grid going diagonally. And I'm going to go ahead and make it have quite some shape to it, I think. That's got quite the shape to it. That's probably a little more than I wanted to do, but I did it and I'm okay with it. Oh, I need to draw my exterior border. You know, I think I might draw that in a different color. And I'm going to do them going this way. And maybe these won't be quite as wonky, but they're still going to be wonky. Like that. Okay, so now I've got myself a wonky grid. Awesome with that. I think I want my exterior border to be the darkest color. And I'm going to actually draw it kind of wavy. Like that. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to draw that heart shape. Pick one of these squares to start at. We're going to go up and over like that, like half a heart on every single square, going the same direction. No, not going the same direction. Going around in circles. So there's that, and then we're going to turn it. No, I didn't do something right. Yes, this way. And half a heart, and turn it. And half a heart and turn it. And half a heart, like that. And now I'm going to go the other way with a half a heart like this. Right? I'm going to go ahead and do this line in this color too, I think. The rest of that line. Like that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now here we're going to do the same thing. Half a heart. like that, and then the other half going the other way from part way down. Oh, that wasn't a very good one. Like so. So then I want it here, right? That's the middle. So half a heart coming like that. And like this. And this one would come here, and it's going to be coming back this way. Guess I can go all the way out to the border. Like that. And then half a heart like this. And then coming the other way. Like so. And then there will be one here. Comes out, it would come out and around here, and it would come back about there. And out and around. And then the other side. Like that. Okay, right, right. And then there would be one here? No, not there. Would be here. So it would be half of that one. And then you'd see half of it coming. That's the hardest part, is envisioning when you get to the edges, the parts that you would see and not see. Right? Yes. So then the middle of it would be, I'm going to draw it in pencil. The middle of it would be out here. And you'd have half a heart coming this way. And you'd have a half a one going this way. Okay. So you'd really only get like that. And you'd get a little portion of that one. Let's go down that line. And then you get a little bit of the top of that one. Pretty much that's it. Now, that one is blank, that one is blank. This one has two corners, that has two corners. I didn't put that one in the right place. It's okay. It's alright. But I didn't put that one in the right place. It should have been along this line and not this line. But that's okay. I'm good with it. I'm good with it right where it is. Does that mean I want one here? No, I like it like this. I think I'm going to leave that. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that. So now I want to color in the half a heart thing like this. I'm going to do this aura and color this in. And this other way, I'm going to do this aura and color this in. Like that. Do that for all of them. Like so. Can you even tell it's green? Kind of hard to tell on the camera. That is the problem with the cameras, is they do tend to change the color a little bit from what things really are. Depending on what's around it, it seems to want to make this black. It's not as dark as that. Can you tell if I put it up close? Yeah, you can tell better if I bring it up close. It's not quite as dark as all that. Color this in. So how you guys been? I finally finished all of that cosmetic reset. I was so stiff and sore. Oh my word. You don't even know. I feel better today. Yesterday I worked at my regular position and not the cosmetic position, so I didn't have to do quite as much bending and stretching. I got to do a little more walking. I didn't really walk a lot. My Fitbit shows that I didn't walk a lot when I was doing that cosmetic reset because we were basically standing still in one spot doing all of the changing of the fixtures and moving all the product around. So we weren't really walking back and forth very much. And but I did what the Fitbit doesn't show you is how many squats and deep knee bends I did and getting up and down off the floor. Oh Lord have mercy. I'm getting too old for that. My knees were just screaming at me on my lower back from not walking. Walking is so much better for me than all that squatting. Not to say I can't squat, but in each, I would say in each 1 foot section, and my part, the part that I did mostly the Revlon brand, plus some others, the CoverGirl, but mostly the Revlon. Most of those had 10 to 12 sections. So every foot, so I had 10 or 12 sections where I had to get up and down onto the floor or to the lower shelves. So I probably, I don't know, for each 1 foot section, I probably had to bend down, I want to say 6 or 8 times. No, probably more than that. Because first I had to get down to move the fixtures, to move the product. And then I had to get down again to remove the labels. Oh no, and then I had to get down again for each section for graphics. And then to do the labels. So each shelf I had to touch 3 times, and each each section had probably 6 to 8 shelves. Some of them had 10. But let's say the average was like 5. So each 1 foot section had 15 different movements. On average. So that's like 150 times 3 or more. So yeah, it was just a lot. And then there were some places where I just, between getting down on my knees, which started to really hurt, and the spot where my bifocal hit, I was having a heck of a time finding the hole in the fixture to stick the dang fixture in. Some of the fixtures were just much easier than others. It's just a long, tedious process. I imagine that I swapped out, because you have to take and you can just use your finger, but it's too hard. So I take a label scraper and I get the edge of the label peeled up, and then I grab it with my thumb and pull, kind of pulling up all these labels. That was a heck of a thing on my wrist too. I probably relabeled every Revlon section. Let's see, there's $30, $60, $90, almost 100 labels per sheet. I think there's like 90 labels per sheet, and the Revlon had 9 or 10 sheets. So I would say there's close to 1,000 labels just in Revlon. 1,000 products. And I did that 7 times. It was tough on the wrist. That's how we all end up with repetitive motion injuries. There are very few people who've been in the business that I am, that do resets or price changes or whatever, that don't have either repetitive motion injury in the wrist or bad knees. I know so many long-term folk that have had one or the other, either the carpal tunnel surgery or the knee surgery, and I just don't want that. I try really hard to not hurt myself. But I did schedule myself a massage. I went and had a massage last week, and I scheduled myself another massage for the end of this week. So that will help. And I did go sit in the spa last night. My husband took a bike ride, and he and his friend came home after the bike ride and got in the spa, so I got in with them, and that helped my muscles quite a bit. We're working on planning some vacation. My niece is getting married. And it is not in our state, so I have got hotel reservations and put in for vacation time at work. And we looked at flights. But then we would have to rent a car. So between the flights and the car rental, that was going to be more than what we really could afford. It's a 14-hour drive. And we have a spot that we can stay at about the halfway point, about 8 hours in, with family. So I think we're going to drive. So there's those plans we have to make. And then my son told me when he's planning on vacation for the summer, but he hasn't decided what he wants to do yet, but he's got dates settled, so I'm making that request. This is Heartland. Now I want to do the medium color, right? This color for the auras. I'm going to start with the one I started. Like that. Did you see that? Was I out of frame? I might have been. Let's try again. Like that. What I'm most glad about with the cosmetic thing being done is that I'm done with early days. My goodness. I do not like being at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. That is just not my hour. I see where my error was. This one should have been over here, and there should have been another one there. I see my error. But that's okay. That's pretty cool, huh? I like that. And I like the contrast in the different color pens. Don't think I'm going to do any shading. I don't think it's going to need it. But we'll see. make sure I go all the way around these ones first, and then I'll fill in these. How are you guys doing with that virus? I don't know if by the time you see this, if things will have settled down with that Wuhan coronavirus. But how are you guys doing if it hasn't settled down? Do you know anybody who caught it? Are you keeping yourself safe? Main thing is to wash your hands. Keep washing your hands and keep your fingers out of your face. Those are the two things that will keep you the healthiest. And that's the same for this particular virus or any other, the cold, the flu. Best thing to do is to wash your hands. That would come this way, so it will be coming like this. So then in this corner it would come this way. So since these don't have any of those spots in it, I'm just kind of following that pattern and saying, well, it would be going this way, so something like that. We're just filling these in. That's good. That'll work. Now the question is, do I want to do any shading? Make sure I put these away. Do I want to do any shading? Maybe I'll do a little shading, but with the green pencil. Wow, that's a bright color compared to the other. Doesn't look that bright in person, but on the camera, wowee. It's a bright color. Maybe I'll color in just a bit. That's a little too bright. Maybe I'll add a little bit of a darker color. It really reflects a lot of light, so the camera really sees it. Something like that. And then maybe a little bit of a darker. Something like that. Something like that. That'll work. That'll work. All right, I think I'm done. Hope you guys are having a good day. Keep yourself safe and healthy. I will see you on the next video. Next time we're going to do Valentine flower, and then Valentine, and then heart wrap. So that's where I'm headed for next week. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.